Hello, and welcome to another Wargame Red Dragon cast. I am Rangru, and I am here with...
It's Graham again. What's up, boy?
He decided to stick around after last week, and we got another 1v1 from the Wargame Bootcamp Discord Operation Savannah tournament. Pretty much, as you can see, someone's playing South Africa, that's the gimmick. Anyway, who's playing who and what, Graham?
So on the right side here, we have Nick playing South Korea, and then we have on the left, from returning from last week, Hephastus playing South African Moto.
Indeed we do, and right off the bat we are seeing a classic Roy Cut rush. I mean, there's
Yes.
South Africa Moto, this is what you're gonna do, and with that long bloody highway along the canal, I mean, it's just inviting a rush.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, you should expect this if you're Nick, that you're going to immediately see the Rookats rush down that major road there. There's just too much value you can get out of their speed, and as we see there, they're just popping transports left to right. Though K1 decided to put an end to their little charge there.
Yeah, and even the minigun folk can get in some hot action.
Oh,
That's doing a really good job. I think the
in the
K1...
In the Rookat there actually gets a good shot into the K1, but dies anyways, nonetheless. So it does bring it down to 1 HP. So a neat little engagement there as we actually see more Rookats running the 76 Recon version pushing up to engage.
Yeah, quite a lot of them. Definitely a little bit smarter bringing them out in the more forestry areas that Recon Optics does help. And he has
Right,
even
right.
more Roy Cat run over. He has like so many bloody Roy Cats
They're
off the
everywhere,
bat.
dude.
But as we're seeing, he's completely neglected his southern flank here. And Hephastus is easily gotten to the entirety of Gulf.
Yeah, Golf is completely under the control there of Hephaestus. It's pretty interesting to see why he see his setup there, and then it's as he brings those M48s up, which I looked at the deck and I didn't know that that was really used that much by the South Koreans, like players that play in South Korea. It's kind of neat to see them get some kills there.
Yeah, it's also just weird seeing a South Korean solo deck. It's usually so obvious that, when you play South Korea, you're always bringing your Japanese buddies along with you.
Right, right. No, I was really surprised to see that it wasn't Blue Dragons. I also think I realized that I messed up the player intro. I think I did. I'm pretty
Well,
sure.
maybe. But we're past
Maybe.
that point now.
Yeah.
That's water under the bridge, and the
Yeah.
LAV-25s are just making their way through Echo, and they're really gonna, well, make a pretty clear run there. This is, I don't know how well the Hephastus or Nickm's push will go. I mean, he's made lovely work into Charlie, but it doesn't seem like he has a good, like, defensive, like, staying power yet. I mean, you've got the K1A1 maneuvering its way through Foxtrot, and that's a pretty tough customer.
No, absolutely, and it's interesting to see that as Nick continues to push the South African, the Rookats up forward, he's kind of stuck here at the bridge, right? Like it's going to be hard to push that K1 back, especially attacking frontally. And then up in the north, you do see Hephaestus is making a play kind of towards that backside there, Foxtrot.
Yeah, Hephastus is definitely getting some pretty good map control so far. I mean, just being able to capture Gulf without like any fighting is such a huge advantage. And he's even
Right.
moving up the M48s right now into a pretty good position to start sniping some supply lines. Like
Yeah, it's actually a very weird. The engagements feel kind of weird, right? Right, like you see like this Rookat, right there on the edge of Delta. We see infantry kind of spread out in the middle. It's almost like the troops in Foxtrot are about to get surrounded, like it's a little pocket there in Foxtrot being formed.
Yeah, a little battle of the boats going on. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, this is the one thing we do love about South Africa, seeing it in 1v1s. You just see crazy maneuver warfare, which is really refreshing to see rather than just two super heavy tanks do a lot of skirmish and then back off, and then some peace run comes in and ruins it all.
Yeah, no, absolutely. In the Rookat there, he does go down. He gets a side shot on that K1, but the K1 says, "You're gonna need more than that," and puts him down there for good, opening up the bridge there once again for these these South African troops to get moving.
Yep. But it does seem like Nickm is starting to stabilize a little bit, bringing some more forces up into Bravo. And he still does have a pretty clear shot, sending reinforcements into Charlie, but with the K1 and the K1A1 moving up, that will, I think, definitely change.
Yeah, absolutely. And we actually see the Peace Pheasant now coming out here as well. I'm not sure what is it really. Is he really just want to kill the cat?
Doesn't even kill it.
No, it doesn't even kill it, which is really funny. I'm not sure why he is so fearful of that, but I guess he is, right? And so
Yeah.
we do see the South Koreans. He's pushing those troops up there. Hephastus is. He is going to get some recon. It looks like to try and head up towards Gulf and secure the northern portion up there. But it seems like Hephastus is kind of losing a little bit of that momentum he had there for a couple of minutes, right?
Yeah, yeah, I mean, down south in Gulf, he's lost a lot of his troops. He's actually overextended himself a little bit, I feel like. And as we're seeing, Nickm is being able to get a little bit of a presence back into that area soon with those SAS moving around. So, I mean, yeah, I think Hephastus is spread out a little bit too thin.
Yeah, I think so too. And he's trying to which I think favors the South Africans, right? Because they can utilize their speed to kind of like poke holes in your position. It seems like he might want to just concentrate because they're gonna have a hard time killing those K1s and K1A1s in direct engagements. And we see it even there, like the LAV-25 getting some good damage in there on the South African Special Forces there.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't pay the bridge toll, so they're gonna get owned.
Yes, they forgot to pay the toll.
Oh, the SAS, yo, getting some good snipes on the Black Hawk down south, and that would definitely be a Black Hawk down.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a trigger warning right there for anybody watching the cast.
That's a lot of SAS.
Yeah, he has a lot of them everywhere. They're really good, actually. I think, Ryan, the South African elite infantry. They get the Stinger, the Apilas is really great, and their assault rifle is good. And so I think it's a really good decision right there from Nick to kind of spread those out around in different positions to shut down any helicopter shenanigans that Hephastus might try and get up to.
It's a smart move. Reminds me during the Falklands War of like British SAS and SBS troops were like deep behind enemy lines in the Falklands, and they would just like shoot their blowpipes or Stinger missiles, whatever, at any aircraft which there flew over.
And you're witnessing it live right here on Wargame Red Dragon.
Yes, we are. Down south, like, we just saw a K card just randomly moving through the forest here, manages to spot a little bird and just shoots it out the sky.
Yeah, it's getting a little, it's up in the north there, you see that, or excuse me, not the north necessarily, but right there by Gulf, you see that Nick is kind of trying to consolidate that position here. We see that Rukat actually might get and it does get the kill on the K1 there, which is actually pretty big for him. And he can move these bow cops up, he can move his Rukat up, and start pressuring Gulf again.
Yeah, he's been focusing a lot of infantry recently. Now he's starting to get a little bit more armored assets, including an Oliphant. And I'm liking his Bravo push. This is what he needs to be doing. This is an open artery which he can definitely exploit. Heck, a little Roycat route all the way along the northern side through the fjords. Yeah. And trying to do some cheese into Delta. I mean, that's what you gotta do in South Africa. You gotta make that cheese happen.
Yeah, absolutely. And we see the peace pheasant was looking for a target, for that. I think that Rukat, and he actually overshoots, doesn't see it, and he gets some Stinger missiles up in the air and actually a hit on that peace pheasant. And so the Rukat's going to be able to come around here, these bridges, and try and make some havoc in the back line of Hephastus.
Yeah, this is just an extremely mobile match back and forth. I mean, forces down south from Hephastus are now getting surrounded.
Ooh, the K1A1's actually showing its side here to the Buffaloes. Milan shot actually coming out, and it connects there. Big hit onto the side.
No, reverse.
He's still going. One more shot out. Let's see if it actually connects. It does. Huge pick for Nick. Huge pick.
That's a really good kill from such a crappy ATGM.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow, that is a huge game changer.
Yeah, and it definitely feels like the momentum has switched once again in this game, and Nick kind of feels like he has it going here. The Rukat's going on a journey, I guess. He'll try and end up in Delta at some point. We see more Rukats pushing towards Gulf once again. He has SASF 90 in Gulf, and now he's trying to push back into Foxtrot, and it feels like Hephastus is on the back foot.
Yeah, this isn't just an absolute mess. I mean, you're seeing an M48 being brought up into Delta to probably try and guard the fjord, but the Roycat has taken the extreme scenic route, yeah, and it's really impressive just how much fuel efficiency that thing has. Like,
yeah, it's insane. He's driven across the entire map, and he's still going. He's like, I'm good.
Yeah, and still over half a tank of gas. It's definitely a car I'd want to buy in 2021.
I know. I need to go to my local dealership and say, hey, I know you don't have any average cars, but do you have a Rukat 76 I could drive around?
Yeah. Wonder what the leasing payments for that would be
right,
like.
Can I get it on lease? I just want to take it for a test drive down the
Yeah.
street. Yeah, Nick's actually, he's really started to bring the firepower here into Hephastus. He's got these bow cops engaging the South African infantry right there up close and personal. The Milan team, though, actually is getting kind of... Oh, he gets the kill there. Yeah, I really like what Nick's done here the past couple of minutes, right? He's been really aggressive, used his mobility to his advantage in his deck, and he's really started to kind of pick apart Hephastus' South Korean troops.
Yeah, and Hephastus has just been extremely spread out. It's has been his main problem. All his forces have been in small little pockets, which have eventually just got killed and eventually surrounded right now. I mean, losing that K1A1 was such a huge,
Huge.
unit for, I mean, also a huge unit as it's a big bloody tank, in just being able to ward off any armored pushes, but now with no proper anti-tank, it's not much. Yo, we do have a Cobra in the air, mentioned to snipe at Roycat, so maybe we can do good.
Yeah, it puts an end to those Roycat shenanigans down his backside. There are some Parabats loaded up in a Casper K car down there that he might want to keep his eye out for and keep looking, pay attention to. But the central positions of the map, right? Foxtrot Charlie have pretty much fallen to the South African troops. Whereas we do see Hephastus is trying to get his South Korean, Marines into positions in Gulf.
Yeah, it's a very southern match, all things considering. The best South you're in.
Right. I keep trying to not mix up South Korea and South Africa. It's not a common issue. Though Buffalo 85 getting another tank kill in the M48 there. They have absolutely paid themselves off this game with some major pickup because dealing against armor, that's kind of South Africa's weakness a little bit, right? Well, they've definitely helped negate that issue in this game.
Yeah, and those Buffalo 85s can be great surprising anti-tank killers. I mean, yes, that Milan F-Run is not the best thing in the road, but with so many missile shots, and sometimes you do just get very good opportunities to blow someone's ass up.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you give side shots, even to a Milan 1 that's 17 AP, hitting to the side of your tank, and that's never a good day.
Yeah, it'd definitely be a bit of a booty bust.
Definitely a booty bust, right? A little call out there to if any SD players are watching. It's a common saying from somebody in the community.
I wonder who.
Right, I wonder who it could be. You got a little shout out.
But Gulf has actually been a little bit stabilized here from Hephastus, bringing in a bunch of Habyungs. I believe those are the South Korean Marines.
South Korean Marines. Yeah, absolutely. I think they're a great unit. You obviously Marines 15, but they also have a good rifle, good LMG, and the Panzerfaust 3 obviously slaps.
Yeah,
so I really think that's a good move there for him to help deal with some of the light armor that he's running up against, because it'll shred a Rootcat if it gets in range.
Yeah, and good infantry fight in the forest, which is definitely he does need an advantage, because the South African motorized infantry is pretty scary. Same with their transports.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of speed, a lot of auto cannons as well, and in 1v1s where they can really exploit the a lot of the openness in the maps to get advantages. You can just see why South African Moto is a viable deck at the current, this current level of play here. I really think also, Rang, the Peace Pheasant seemed like a weird call out when Hephastus first called it out, and about 10 minutes later, I still think it's a weird call out because there's nothing really for it to kill except the transports.
Yeah, it's overclassed essentially. It's like bringing a rocket launcher to destroy a fly. It's great in those matches where you need to blow up super heavy tanks, but if you're just gonna blow up a Roycat 105, that's 50 points. Who cares?
Right. Yeah, and I believe is it 90 points? I think for the Peace Pheasant for the the Peace Pheasant for 90 or 120. I don't remember exactly off the top of my head. I think
it is 90.
Yeah, it's expensive, and it's a lot of firepower for a lot of small, especially I think it's really only killed Casper K cars.
Yeah, it's been pretty pathetic in its killing power. Yeah, we are finally starting to see some K runs, and I think these will be definitely a bit of a clutch unit because they do have enough armor to survive head on against Roycat 105s, and it's just a good mid-range tank. You need those right now to just blow up pretty much everything that's South African.
Yeah, absolutely. Then you see the Inflict opening up with its HE weapon against the K1 there, which is not what you want it doing. You don't want to be firing some massive HE shell that can't even hit against the K1 who doesn't even care. You see it right there, taking the Inflicts out, pushing up with Cobra support and infantry support and IFV support. It's a good little push here from Hephastus.
Yeah, it's still a nice counterattack. I hope it works out. You have the Roycat 76 trying to go full flank. Cobra says no and completely annihilates it.
Yeah, the only thing I worry about there is the Buffalo still. Oh, and the Bootcamp getting dunking on that K1 up close. Wow, big hits.
Wow. Oh yeah, I forgot they have a nasty rocket launcher.
Yeah, they do have a really good up close and personal right there. Milan 1 actually shooting at the K1 here, getting some damage, stabilized malfunction. Yeah, he's going to bring the Cobra coming in to drop some auto cannon 20 mil into the UNITA troops, and it's not going well for him.
No. And yeah, I think now would be a good time for Nickm to maybe bring up a more dedicated anti-aircraft unit.
Yeah, we actually haven't seen a single piece of AA out from Nick whatsoever so far this game, which is kind of surprising considering the Peace Pheasant's been out for a significant period of time, the Cobra's been out for a significant period of time, and just one AA piece actually would do wonders for him.
Yeah, and we haven't seen any other CVs apart from base CVs. Apart from now, we're finally seeing someone, or Hephastus, actually get the CV onto Charlie, so it should maybe start a CV arms race as usual.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. I think what's interesting is that Hephastus is the one to pull the trigger first on the CV, and I think he's in the worst position. Like, I think Nick's in a very strong position overall, especially with Golf and Foxtrot under lock. Bravo's under lock for right now, and Hephastus feels like he's on his back foot here in Charlie. But he pulls the trigger first on the CV to try and get some sort of lead going towards him.
Yeah, I mean, Golf is completely flipped over very quickly. All the South Korean Marines could not hold up against the amount of K-Cars and Roycats which were down here. And now that Nickm has managed to get some power bats into the forward village, he's going to be in a really good position, as we're seeing here.
Yeah, I totally agree. And also the South Korean Marines, they charge pretty much head first into Roycats, Inflicts. Like, they're not winning that fight, right? That's just throwing out of firepower. As we see more South Korean infantry going down there, even as Hephastus caps Charlie, which will give him a +2, but he's in danger of losing it immediately.
Yeah, and that will not be very good for him. He is bringing in another Cobra and another Peace Pheasant. Is he going to go for the Elephant? That'd be rough.
Yeah, he's going for the Elephant.
There we go. That's a decent kill at least, but he is...
A little better.
I mean, just look at the map.
No, it looks really bad right now for Hephastus. It looks dire. The K1's weapons jammed actually, and he's getting pushed here with these Casper K cars. That Cobra has its work cut out for him. The South Korean infantry just doesn't feel like it can compete consistently against the South African infantry.
Yeah, I think if I was Hephastus, I'd start feeling a little bit blue right about now. Yeah. God, the one thing at least, it's a very target-rich environment.
Yeah, it is definitely a target-rich environment. It looks like, though, Charlie's about to get collapsed upon here in a pretty bad way. You see that Rocket 76 pushing in, the Casper K car pushing up. The Cobra doesn't even see it? No, it doesn't even see it yet.
And it's mainly just a lot of infantry and just vehicle transport. These aren't difficult units to kill, but with just how many there is, it just takes way too long. I mean, you do have a K1 and a Cobra here, which can do significant damage, but...
Oh, the ammo box getting hit there on the...
Oh, yeah.
No, you're right, absolutely. It's a lot of light vehicles with a lot of speed to them, but in a head-on engagement, the South Koreans should win that fight. I think the problem is Nick hasn't allowed Hephastus to consistently get those head-on fights, and he's been kind of picking him apart from the sides in different directions. And we see even there, the Milan's opening up once again on the K1s.
1 HP and a dead K1. Okay. Yeah, you got like a Cobra shooting TOW-2 missiles against Caspers. It's not the most efficient use of firepower here.
Yeah, I think that's the best. I think it's a really good description, Reagan. It hasn't been efficient from Hephastus against Nick here. And as we see the CVs, like, I'm out of here, bro. I didn't sign up for this frontline service. But he was told by the M48, no, you better hold your position.
You're going to hold until relieved, motherfucker.
Right. I don't know how quickly relief is coming. He does have some infantry coming up. But those those essentially American LAVs, right?
Yeah, they are.
That's what they are. And they haven't really done well against the their South African counterparts.
LVTPs, but with an
Oh,
LAV
okay.
turret. Oh, I think it's a South Korean. It's a South Korean homogeneous transport, but with an LAV turret, like with the Finnish transports.
Oh, okay, I
Yeah,
gotcha.
but
Yeah, we
pretty
even
much an
see.
LAV.
Yeah, and even up there, we see them once again engaging the Parabats there, and that's just such a hard fight, even against just regular Parabats. If you're trying to push frontally into them, there's a Rucat 76 providing fire support. We're gonna see some Casper K cars coming in as well.
Yeah, I think the LAV
Right.
25s are actually also a pretty good investment because they're a lot bit more efficient with dealing with infantry and all these K cars. It's really not a
Yeah.
whole lot of scary anti-tank here left in Charlie. It's just knocking out every single one of these infantry positions, and well, there's a lot of those.
No, and going into the M48 actually is probably a smart move here from Hephastus because the K1s just haven't been able to provide him the value that he would expect from them. The Milans and the CQC style fights here have really been able to get a lot of damage in. So just getting the 45-point tank and just using that to kind of push back the South African light vehicles and infantry, I think is a smart move.
Yeah, because you can basically get two M48s for one K1, so it's much better in terms of firepower. And a tank's a tank when it comes to infantry support in the end of the day.
Yeah, we see up there by towards golf, the Parabats actually are going to get rid of the KFV 25s. There are some M48s moving to support that, but the Parabats are going to lock down that area there for at least a little
Oh.
bit of time.
Indeed, indeed. And I was just seeing in Delta, we also got Parabats getting a sneaky maneuver near the road. I don't believe they're gonna have range of the RPGs, but get some good reconnaissance at least.
I think it's what's kind of surprising to me, Rang, as we've kind of gone on here a little bit, is that we haven't seen a CV into Echo for Nick whatsoever. He's kind
Oh
of allowed
yeah.
Hephaestus to hold this 2 point lead now, 2 point tick, excuse me, for a significant period of time. Even though he does have him on the back foot, he has the majority of the map. But when it comes to winning this game, it's whoever has the most points, right, at the end of the day. And he needs to kind of stop that tick there.
Yeah, I feel like he's pretty confident with his ability to win if he can just keep up that pressure. If he knocks out Charlie, that's pretty much it. But yeah, he is allowing Hephaestus to get a pretty big lead. And
Yeah, pretty.
especially once it gets like last 10 minutes, like a 200-point lead can be troublesome.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he definitely is in a good position. I don't think there's any doubt about that whatsoever. It's just you kind of a little surprising that he hasn't just said, "Hey, I can take 100 points, Cap Echo, real quick."
Yeah, that's really not that expensive. Just to at least neutralize it at least. Because there's no other CVs where Nickm
Oh.
cannot see, or I mean Hephastus can place his stuff.
Here we see the Parabat actually get spotted there on the reinforcement line in Delta. The South Korean transports putting him down there. Yeah, there
Yeah,
they go.
I don't think he got a single kill. That's a bit pathetic for, a reinforcement line sniper.
Yeah, he did not do his job.
No, he bugged up royally.
And so we see more of them coming out. Actually, some South Korean Marines are going to get ordered as well. But the position in Charlie is tenuous, I think, at best, right? And he's going to need some firepower, some support. And these M48s are going to need to come in clutch like it's legitimately like it's back in the Korean War.
Yeah, yeah. And we got like I really like his Eline 90s moving him through. He's on a really good position to snipe the reinforcement line to negate those IFEs from getting interaction. Yeah, it's gonna come down to the M48s, man.
So I would like to shift our attention towards Echo really quick. There's some cheekiness afoot. And
Oh,
there's a Cobra in the back.
oh,
There's a Cobra in the back line, complete with nothing. He's looking around for stuff back there, but there's nothing.
yep.
Hephaestus is like, where's this good stuff at for me to snipe? And there's nothing at all. Big question is, does he see the command infantry in its truck transport? No.
Oh, what a it's absolutely bonkers maneuvers. The Charlie
Oh, now
CV
he's
does
turning.
go down.
Now he's turning around. Yeah, it finally does die. He's on the ropes here, moving into Charlie. But this one Cobra.
Oh,
Oh,
what's he
there it
gonna do?
goes.
There's no anti-air to stop him.
There's nothing. He's shooting it through the gap here, so he spots the buffalo right there. He's gonna get that. Where does he go? all while the Charlie position collapses.
I'm gonna snipe this 2 CVs and clutch the game, boys. Watch
That
me
would be...
go.
He's on the move, but he's not going anywhere.
He
Well, I
needs
mean, obviously he
recon.
can't see. Yeah, obviously he can't see anything.
He's flying around blind as a bat.
But why isn't Nick called out a AA piece? He's noticed the Cobra. He knows it's in his back line. Wow.
What a...
This is where the one time I wish it was Field Division because I could see the orders, right?
Yeah.
You could see the queued up orders.
Can't
Like,
hear.
what is Hephastus thinking with his Cobra? Like, where's it going? Because he's just turning it back around.
He's just going for his, like, Saturday stroll, you know?
All while Nick is, like, full-on charging Delta. Like, it's like the last stand in here from this K1. Oh, the Cobra sees the Alpha. It's going to kill the Alpha as it comes out of spawn here.
I wonder who's the real Alpha.
Or I thought he would. He's missing a lot of shots.
Come on.
He's actually... The Alpha's going to draw it further north into the... Oh, we called it Oliphants instead of an A piece.
What? You just need one bloody cactus. You can buy him in a grocery store.
Yeah, right? Just throw it at him.
Yeah.
And there goes the Oliphant. The Buffalo goes down as well. Another Buffalo... What? I don't...
What the...
Confused. All while the push is still continuing into Delta.
He can snipe his CV if he just had bloody recon. This is excruciating to watch.
Oh, now the Casper K car is going to roll up and dump 20 mil into the... Oh, no. The Cobra's reign of terror is...
Holy
the Cobra...
shit! I see no god up here apart from me.
Oh my god. The Cobra is just going to town. K1 actually... M48 goes down. K1 A1 in the base. All kinds of messed up. Oh, it barely misses the shot from the Buffalo there. You need to back it up further. And he leaves. He's ditching. He's bailed so close to the Commandant in Alpha.
Oh my god. That was extreme blue balls, right? Yeah.
And he just flies over the one in Echo. Does he see it? Hold on, let me switch. No, he has no idea. He's just flew right past it. Oh, he's turning now.
Oh, he's gonna find it. He's gonna find it.
Oh, they shot! He left the weapons on. They opened up on it.
Oh no!
Yep.
Oh, Cobra's out of ammo!
Oh, wow.
He's completely out.
And he, instead of calling it, he calls it a rule vault. He'll hunt down the Cobra.
Finally, Samantha, yeah. This is some, like, what's it called? Private Purgatory shit right here, man. That Cobra's reign of terror is... It's extreme.
But in the end, it's for nothing.
Yeah.
He left the Commandant with one dude left. Ran out completely. Tore up the back line. But still the double tick will go on. And his base is essentially under siege.
Yeah, this is like a naval blockade up here. He's just got his blockade runner, the Cobra, just doing some sneaky behind the lines action. Okay, this is...
Yeah, absolutely. I don't... And then from here, like, where do you go forward? I don't know what the... I guess because you have the points lead, you're like, I'm gonna hang in there. But I don't know.
Okay, let's take us to a ×2 at 11:15 in the game timer. So 3, 2, 1 ×2, because...
Okay.
Yeah, there's nothing he can do. Unless he just gets more Cobras to screw around with the backline.
Well, Nick decides to go ahead and bring out another command vehicle. He's actually going to send that probably to Charlie so he can get a +4. Yeah, I don't think that's what he's going to do. There's another Cobra going out. He's going to try and rearm. Oh, but the SASF 90, which have been there for pretty much the entirety of the game, getting the kill. Wow, big kill there.
God. This is like, he's stuck at the 53rd parallel.
Yes.
Or 38th parallel, my bad.
Yeah,
There's many different parallels, you know.
There's a lot of them. Right.
There's a lot. They kept going up and down. It's really confusing.
Wow. I don't even know what to say. That was quite the exchange there that I don't think I've ever seen in the cast before. I don't...
No, that was... It could have gone so much. He could have.
He could have won the game.
He could have run the game if he brought a Little Bird with him. I think he must have still had Little Birds in his deck at this point.
Yeah.
If he brought one of those, he could have sniped the home CV and sniped the other CV, and that would be it.
Yeah.
It was,
Absolutely.
That would be such an awesome raid to win.
He got through the back. That Cobra was like the little Cobra that could, but in the end, it completely blew it.
No.
Ran out of ammo too. It couldn't even stop the +2. And now as it goes here, it's +4. It's the writing's kind of on the wall here.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if this the tournament life's on the line or something for FS. I don't know.
It's just a monthly tournament, so it's not
okay.
anything super crazy. But really, with that last commandant, he could have just like scrossed the dude. Just fly low and use the rotors to do the damage.
Yeah, absolutely.
GTA style.
He try to like let it die so it falls down onto the
Yes.
the one.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, and Hephastus does make another charge across the bridge here, but I'm not sure how successful it's going to be for him.
No.
There's a lot of infantry. Yeah.
It's too far.
Quite literally.
Quite literally. Oh, what are these peace pheasants? Where are they going?
Yeah, but once it got messed up.
Oh. Is he...
Oh, he's bombing.
Oh, it was the bomber run.
He got one!
Oh!
Oh, it's too late, though. It's too late, I think.
Oh. They were seeing the CV. Oh. Why didn't he do it earlier?
Yo, he knew where it was, too. Yeah.
He knew where the commandant was, an Echo. Like, he hasn't even moved.
Yeah,
he has moved a little bit. Okay, never mind. He did move.
The Cobra's going back in here, as we see at the double times, but time's quickly running out here for Hephastus. Nick actually pings the map there, which is interesting. Oh, the Cobra, once again, showing what it can do. Can he get the snipe on the Commandant, though? The guns are off this time, so it doesn't see... No, he doesn't see it!
Pounces that cheetah does.
Yeah, Cheetah C came in real quick and said, I'm tired of this BS. Yeah, Peace Isn't 2 coming out once again. And yeah, and as funny as that was, the Cheetah getting another plane kill, too.
Okay.
Big clutch.
What the fuck was that match, man?
I don't know, dude.
I don't know. It was...
I don't know.
That was private purgatory too. That was insane. Absolutely insane. Really good job here for Nickm. I mean, also being a private too against the Magi, that's pretty
yeah, absolutely.
good.
I'm gonna say in the start of the game, I said because I asked, I was like, the ranks seem very different here, and it once again shows you that ranked leaderboards, while they can be good indicators, they're not always 100% with the determination. And Nickm going in there and getting a huge win. Just insane. I've never seen a Cobra do so much damage for zero gain on the zero game impact.
Yeah, I think one of the things that it definitely showed off that Nick was a bit of a private. Yeah, he took way too long. Yes, he didn't even counter the first Cobra. He had cactuses in his deck. He had an anti-air. He had a Roy Valk. He could have very easily stopped that Reign of Terror, but I just think he's way too focused, probably Micah in the front line. Which, to be fair, that did win him the match, so he can't be too
he did,
harsh.
right. No, absolutely. No. It's just, it was just funny to see in the moment, right? The build up there, and then the execution. But big win for Nick. GG's to both players. But very crazy sequence of events there towards the end of the game.
Yeah, and I think that pretty much covers it, unless you have anything else to say, Graham.
No, man, I appreciate you having me back. It was a lot of fun. Hope the viewers enjoy the dual cast. I would like to quickly say that I saw Nilla's comment, and it's not appreciated.
No, it's not. We have an open relationship with me and Khan.
Right.
This is fine. This is okay. Let's not ruin a good thing here, okay?
Right.
Yeah.
Try to shut it down.
Yes, indeed. But yeah, thanks very much for joining. Once again,
absolutely.
You can actually Graham does stream on his Twitch channel. I have a link to that in the description below. Do check that out. And yeah, thanks for watching. And as usual, please just take it easy.